So I guess I'll kind of talk a little bit about myself. My name is Erin Ashley. I am the founder and owner of Erin Wellness Female Support Supplements. I'm also a certified holistic nutritionalist. In 2020 and 2021, I was voted top 100 health and wellness influencer across Canada. I'm a #1 best-selling author with my book, Bulimia to Balance. And I also had a radio segment on Pulse 107.7 for about 3 years, which Nature's Fair, I actually spoke for them and did quite a bit of commercials for them as well. So I had that for about 3 years. And most importantly, I am the mother to a beautiful 13-year-old daughter named Michaela. And she really is not only the catalyst in my own healing and having sustainable health and wellness and weight loss, sustainable weight loss, but also really the catalyst and meaning behind me starting my brand, Erin Wellness. So yeah, I'm going to get into a little bit of my story. I got 1 more minute left, so I think I'll wait till exactly 7 and then I'll kind of get started. So we're just doing the final countdown here. Where's everybody from tonight? Or where's some people from? Anybody want to share where they're from tonight? Are you from Victoria? Are you from the interior? Where are we watching from? Anybody? Nobody wants to share? Okay, that's all right. Well, I'm in Vancouver. All right, so it's, oh, you're from Vernon. I was born in Vernon. Penticton, I love Penticton. I'm an interior girl, so I love the interior BC. So welcome, Vernon again. Hello, Vernon. Look at that, another Vernon person. Jeez, you guys are after my heart here. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. So I did my little introduction. Langley, hello Langley, welcome. West Kelowna, welcome. All right, so tonight's topic is winning at weight loss. Welcome, Alberta, is winning at weight loss. Now this topic is really near and dear to my heart, and I'm gonna explain a little bit of my story to you just to give you context as to why. And so my very first diet, and some of you might resonate with this, started at the age of 12 years old. At the age of 13, I started Weight Watchers, and I was always a very bigger girl. And around that time as well, I also started hormonal birth control pill because my hormones were all over the place. I had weight gain, I had acne, all these different things were going on. So I was put on the hormonal birth control as well. Shortly after that, one of my classmates, I think I was about 14, 15, was talking to me about one of his sister, and his sister struggled with anorexia and bulimia. And in my little teenage mind, I thought, oh, that's the winning ticket. This is the winning diet ticket because she was skinny and she lost weight. And so I basically then started my 25-year battle with bulimia. In my late 20s, I also started doing fitness competitions, and those lasted for about 13 years. Now, what I would do be different is I would diet down from my fitness shows, and when I would finish the fitness shows, I would go back into my bulimic tendencies of binging and purging. So my weight was like this continuously. And it wasn't until about 10 years ago, I had my aha moment, as the wonderful Miss Oprah Winfrey coins, and I yet again had binged and I was going to purge, and there was a knock at the bathroom door, and it was my 3-year-old at the time, Michaela. And as I rose up and I caught my reflection, I had this sudden realization that if I didn't get a hold of this, that this too could be my daughter's relationship with food. And I knew in that moment I had to make changes. I knew in that moment I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I wanted to lead by example. And so although you might not have struggled with eating disorders, although you might not have done a fitness competition, I think a lot of us, especially when it comes to weight loss, can really resonate with this on-again, off-again relationship with either being on the diet or off the diet really badly. I have this picture in my webinar, and it has this lady with all of these cookies, and she's just doing this, eating as many snacks as she can. And I always joke and I say, no, that was me at like 11:59, and the diet starts at midnight. I was like, oh my gosh, I have 30 more seconds, or that would have been me if I had one cookie too many and I just fell way off, right? So it was really that on again, off again. I think, so even though you might have not experienced some of the eating disorder and fitness competitions I did, you can really resonate with that. And so after I had this, kind of revelation moment, I started working with therapists. I started working with cognitive behavioral therapists, really looking at how do I holistically but how do I work holistically to make myself better, to make myself have a healthier relationship with food, a healthier relationship with movement, to have a support network, to actually be able to control the thoughts in my mind that would lead me to binge or lead me to want to binge and purge. And so when I began to work on that, I began to use these 5 pillars. And they actually are the foundations of Erin Wellness, my supplement company now. And they are the thoughts you think, the friends you keep, your daily movement, nutrition, and then supplementation. So when I kind of worked through all my stuff and got myself into a place where I was much, much better, had a healthier relationship with food, then I began looking at supplementation. And I really couldn't find anything on the market that really worked for me or that had the clinical doses I was looking for. And that's really how my brand was born. But today I'm really excited because I take these 5 pillars, and they really are the fundamental part and fundamental structure of our brand, and everything we do operates off of these 5 pillars. And so tonight's conversation, Winning at Weight Loss, we look at how these 5 pillars play into finding sustainable health and wellness within weight loss, sustainable weight loss. So you're not doing that up and down, right, that a lot of us really struggle with. So I'm going to get started today right off the bat in our first pillar. Okay, so the first pillar is the thoughts you think. So this is where we're going to look a little bit at cognitive behavioral therapy. Has anybody here heard of cognitive behavioral therapy? Anybody? Give a like. Anybody heard of CBT? Cognitive behavioral therapy? So cognitive behavioral therapy is thoughts, create feelings, create actions. There we go, we got a like, or non-actions. And I really had to work on, and I've worked with women over the years. I've been a coach for many, many years. But I really had to look at the story I was telling myself surrounding my weight, my body, food, and exercise, right? So if you would be willing to share, I don't know if some of you like to share. If not, you guys can, write on your piece of paper. But when you think right now, what is a thought that's holding you back from jumping into living your best life in the sense of for weight loss or like for me, one of my things the thought I always had in my head is I'm big boned. I'm too big, right? Or a lot of people say I don't have time. Something that's holding you back from really stepping into having sustainable health and wellness. It never works for me. It's in my genetic pool. We have all these different stories that we've told ourselves over time that convince us why we can't do something or why there'll never be change. So does anybody have something they'd like to share? And if you don't want to, it's never worked before. That's a big one. I've heard that from a lot of women over the years. It's never worked before, so why is it going to work now, right? A lot of people say genetics too. Genetics is a big one, or time is a big one. And so if you can write down what that is for you, right? Write down what that story is for you that you've been carrying with you that holds you back. Tired to stop, exactly. Tired to stop and stop, repeat. I'm too old. I understand that. I hear that, right? These stories we tell ourselves that hold us back from being our true potential self. Now, in order to create lasting change, one of the things I know of 100% is we really have to create a new story, right? And we have to let that old story go. So part of that is reframing that story that you have. So instead of I'm too old, I am vibrant, I am healthy, and I'm wonderful at the point I am where I am in my life, right? So really shifting that. My set point too high, I'm too unhealthy, I'm too old. There you go, I tried, but I can't. Looking at some of the things people shared here. And so what would be the opposite thing? I can do this, right? I can do this. I am strong. If it's no time, this is my time for self-care. If it's, it never works, I am blessed to be a work in progress. It's about shifting that story for yourself. And every time that little negative voice or that nasty voice shows up, we shift it and we present it with our new belief. Right? And we have to really learn to land in that. What I can tell you is when there was times when I'd want to binge and purge and I'd feel that anxiety start to pick up and I'd want to start binging, I had to stop. I had to shift the way I was thinking and be like, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I am loved. My body does not determine my worth. And I would step away from food, right? And go for a walk. I had to continuously it's like a muscle. I had to continuously have to practice that, and to a point now where I don't get triggered by food anymore, but it takes time. But it's really important to look at how we can take those negative thoughts and shift them and create a new positive phrase that we can use and we can live by that will help us through those situations. And one of the reasons that's important is because when we think, so I want us all to really think about this, when we think these negative, fear-based thoughts, we actually dim our brain's forcefulness. And we raise the levels of our stress hormone called cortisol. I'm sure all of you have heard of cortisol. Been lots of talk about cortisol during COVID, right? When your cortisol levels are raised, cortisol stimulates your fat and your carbohydrates metabolism. So it creates a surge of energy in the body. And this is good, obviously, for survival situations like, you're running from a bear or your child's missing in the mall, so you jump into action. However, can also increase your appetite, and elevated levels of cortisol can cause cravings for sweet and fatty, salty foods. This also can lead to weight gain as well. When we're talking about, cortisol has a lot of different other things that happen because of it, but this is what we're looking at tonight is obviously nutrition and weight loss. And so just that one thing, by controlling the way we think, not thinking in a fear-based situation, not being stressful, not elevating that cortisol level with our thoughts, is one way in which we can control our appetite, control our cravings for sweet, salty foods. Now, on the flip side, when we think positive, happy thoughts, it raises our serotonin level. So your serotonin level it's like nature's own appetite suppressant, I guess you could put it. It's that happy hormone. It's when you feel really good. So this powerful brain chemical curbs cravings and shuts down the appetite. This results in eating less and losing weight. So this is just one simple thing I'm giving you, a little tidbit. This is on, thoughts. Catching yourself every single time. Of course it goes for men. Yes, it does go for men, for sure. Catching yourself. We all know those people in our life who are glass half full people. Yeah, glass half full. So they're always looking at the optimistic side. And then we always have people glass half empty, right? So looking at that, really starting to work at looking at things as more of a positive outlook. I am blessed. And some of the tools I use in the morning time, is by managing my thoughts, is I start the day in gratitude. So these are some other little tips you can use as well. Every morning when I lay in bed, I do a thing called forward gratitude. And I actually give thanks for the things that haven't happened yet. I'm so grateful that my daughter is doing so well in school and that she has so many great friends. I'm so grateful that my business is helping so many people. I'm so grateful. And I really do, at least 5, I do this every morning. So if you're a person who prays, you can pray, whatever works for you, but it's really landing in gratitude the minute you open your eyes. You can also watch motivational videos. There's tons of them. Put them on while you're getting ready in the morning and listen to something good, something soul-filling that's really going to push you and lift your day, right? Those kind of things. Those are different ways in which you can now reframe your story to have a more empowering one instead of abiding in the place of, I can't, I'm not enough, and I won't be able to. It's, I can, I will, and I am amazing, right? Really looking at how you can really provide yourself with those. So point one, pillar 1, manage your thoughts. It's so important to manage our thoughts. So pillar number 2 is the friends you keep. So, I can't tell you how many women I've worked with throughout the years who have said to me, I really just struggle because, my husband likes to have these really big meals, or my husband likes to drink wine every night and I just can't do it, or my girlfriends want to go out. And so I totally get that, right? But when we're looking at trying to create lasting change, they've done studies, and studies have actually shown that having friends and family members who are supportive of healthy eating and supportive of these exercise goals is important for this long-term success. So asking your partner simply, hey, can you support me in this? Can we maybe try to do this together? Can we go for a nighttime walk together? Having a workout buddy, having a lady at the office or somebody or a friend, a support person that you can really kind of rely on when you're having those moments when, for me, when I was, wanting to binge, I had my mom. My mom's a counselor. I was able to call her and be like, I'm feeling a lot of anxiety. I'm feeling stressed, right? I always want to eat when I'm stressed. I'm feeling stressed. Talk it through. Have somebody in which you can talk it through with. Somebody you can be accountable with. And if not, you can always find, there's tons of online challenges as well. You can in-home workouts, really finding somebody in which you can have support you on your journey. I think it's just so fundamental. And even a family commitment for healthy meals. So maybe you decide, we're not going to be able to eat healthy every meal, but we're going to do 2 meals a week. We're going to really commit to being a healthy meal with the family. So things like that we can really look at. So pillar number 3, so this was the first one, is manage your thoughts, and then of course create that support network for yourself. So number 3, nutrition. This is the big one. So, I love the saying, let food be thy medicine, or medicine be thy food. Now, I look at our bodies as our asset, and I look at a body, if we imagine our bodies like a car, a wonderful car, you have this beautiful sports car, you wouldn't put the lowest grade gasoline in there. You'd take it to the best shop. You'd get the best gasoline. You do all of these things to take care of this beautiful car that you absolutely love. We really need to start looking at our bodies as these beautiful machineries that we get to abide in, right? And have this experience. So before we get started on nutrition aspect, I have a quiz. Now we do have a prize up for grabs. So I want everybody to get ready here with your fingers because you're going to have to type. I'm going to have a question here. Person who can answer the question first, typing it. And it has to be all 3 things, typing it into the little chat will win a prize tonight. Okay, so everybody get ready? What are macros? First person to answer me the 3 macros, 3 macro groups, will win a prize. Do 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 do. Anybody? Come on. I think there's a delay with you guys typing, but first, 3 macros. What are the 3 macros? Yes, Cindy, you have won a prize. Congratulations. Everybody clap for Cindy. Way to go. All right, Cindy. I believe Misla's going to be able to reach out to you. I'm just going to write your name down. Okay. Good job. Okay, so Cindy won. Sorry, everybody. Cindy won. Okay, so it's protein, fats, and carbs. So we're going to talk a little bit about what these are. So proteins are chemical building blocks, made of chemical building blocks called amino acids. Now your body uses the amino acids to build and repair muscles, bones, to make hormones, enzymes, and also to stabilize blood sugar, which is another important thing that we want to make sure we're doing. So some examples of protein would be fish, chlorella, tofu, eggs, legumes, spirulina, you've got grass-fed beef. So what we're going to do now is we're going to figure out how much protein do you need every day? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the calculation. It's a little challenging because usually I have a screen. So we're going to take, I'm going to write this down maybe and hold it up. Maybe this is the way to go. 1 gram per kilogram. Excuse me for a second. Okay. So you're going to, your intake that you want to take on a day-to-day basis is going to be between 0.8 to 1 gram per kilogram of your body weight. So I don't know if anybody can see that. That's probably backwards, isn't it? 0.8 to 1 gram per kilogram. So if you were 150 pounds, right, that means you're 70.3 kilograms. Okay? So 70.3 kilograms, and you times that by 0.8. Okay, so now we understand that. So 0.8, so you can get your calculator out. I hope everybody understands this. 0.8 to 1 gram per kilogram. You got that? So take your 0.8, figure out how many kilograms you are, times that by your pounds. And that's going to be 70.3 kilograms. And that's going to work out to be, where are we here? 56 grams of protein a day. So then when you figure out the 56 grams of protein a day, you can divide that throughout how many meals you have, because you want to make sure you have protein with every meal. So be it 10, 15, you want to make sure you're getting that. I do 1 gram per kilogram, so I would have roughly 70 grams of protein per day. Okay, so really understanding how much protein you need to have. And the reason I'm doing this is because so many people do not get enough protein in their day-to-day diet. And protein, not only, you want to have it with every little meal you have, because it's going to stabilize your blood sugar and prevent the insulin going up and down, right? It's going to keep it nice and stable. It's going to help create lean muscle tissue as well. So then you're going to have nice muscles that you're able to speed up your metabolism with, right? Really important that we get that protein in. So one way that I get protein in, and this is a product that I love, it's a local Canadian company, Lean Whey. I'm sure you guys have seen protein products, protein powders on the market. This one is a BC company as well. It's New Zealand whey, so there's no hormones. It's all natural, no sweeteners, no synthetics, no dyes. It's super easy to make. I have one of these every night before I go to bed. I have a protein shake before I go to bed. I've always had women go, what? Protein shake before I go to bed? And I'm like, yes, I do. Protein shake before I go to bed, right? So, hi Tanya. So I do a protein shake before I go to bed. It's super easy to mix up. I put some peanut butter in there and some ice, and it really fills me up, okay? So easily to do, here it is, right? And in this, so 2 scoops of this one, you're gonna be getting 130 calories, only 4 grams of carbohydrates, so very low in carbs, 24 grams of protein. Really great amount of protein in here, right? So you put that in there, you can put it in your blender with ice, you give it to your kids. I use almond milk with this one and just simply put it in. I have ice cubes in here as well, so it's gonna mix it up really nicely. You can take this with you when you're going to work. So you can take to work, just put your protein powder in this, and when you get to work, if you have milk at work, shake it up a couple times, and then I just pop the lid off and drink it, but it's nice and frothy. I don't know if you can see it in there. Oops, I don't wanna dump it on my phone. So really delicious, nice vanilla flavor. They have this available at Nature's Fair. This is one way. There's also hemp protein. There's rice protein. There's so many options this day and age to really make sure you're getting that quality protein in. I always recommend having a protein smoothie in your house or having some protein powder in your house. So number 2 we're going to talk about is fats. So dietary fats are essential for maintaining good overall health, especially as we age. This is important because it's not only being able to be really healthy now, but we want to think about when we're 70 and 80, because I don't know about you, but I want to be vital and healthy and happy when I'm in my 80s. Pumpkin protein is amazing as well. It's really good. I do like that one too. I'm to be honest, I'm a real whey girl. I really love whey protein. I love the taste of it. So that's one of the reasons why. So, where am I here with my notes here? So, fats help give your body energy, it protects your organs, supports cell growth, it keeps your cholesterol and blood pressure under control, and also helps you absorb special vitamins, the fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, essential, D, we want those D vitamins, E, and K, right? It's really important that we have good, healthy fats in our day-to-day diet. And some examples would be avocados, then we've got olive oil and nuts. My mom just came back from Hawaii a little while ago. Yeah. Macadamia nuts, how good are these, right? Good, healthy fats. Grass-fed butter, we had salmon tonight for dinner, another good fat, right? Really looking at making sure you have this good, rich fats, really, really important. And having a balanced approach to those. And then next, carbohydrates. So carbohydrates have gotten a really bad rap. I did a lot of talks on keto throughout the past year. I am not a keto fan per se. What I believe is anytime you restrict any type of food group, I really would like people to be able to have everything. So I think having carbs in moderation is really important as well, because otherwise you create this on again, off again relationship. Time of the day. So it fully depends on you. So if you are somebody who wants to have your blueberry smoothie on the way to work, or you want to have it before you go to bed. The reason I like doing it before you go to bed is because I can kind of make it thick, and then I have ice in it, and I eat it kind of like an ice cream. I like doing this in front of the TV at night. Or I use Greek yogurt as well. I use a Greek yogurt. It's fantastic, rich in protein as well. So I'll use that too. But the whey protein is just really versatile because you can take it on the go, and it's perfect. So those are things you really want. That's what I do. So have it when you want to. That's what I kind of think. And enjoy it. Make it with peanut butter. Be careful. I met one lady once years ago. Actually, it was a talk at Nature's Fair up in Kamloops. And she was struggling to lose weight. But the problem but she was making a shake in the morning, but she was putting, 2 bananas, blueberries, peanut butter, protein, milk. Like, she just had so much in it that her shake probably was almost 800, 900 calories. And I was like, whoa, okay, let's dial this back a bit. We can have some, we want to, balance that out too. You want to make sure you're not putting everything in it, right? Latest time of the day, I would eat or have a shake whenever I'm hungry. I really believe in listening to my body. So if I'm hungry and I want something before I go to bed, I'll make a shake. I'll make a wise choice. I try not to. Monday to Friday, I stay pretty consistent. And on the weekends, if I want to have popcorn and some M&Ms, by all means, I let myself have that. But during the week, I always find Monday to Friday, I can really abide in a good structure because I'm working. So I usually I'll have a shake sometimes 11, or sometimes it just depends on how I'm feeling when I'm hungry. Yeah, you could put cocoa powder in the shake. Sure, of course you can. There's so many, actually, I should show you this quickly. Yeah, I'll show it to you one more time. You can actually, one second, I'll be back in a minute. If you're looking for smoothie recipes, I've got a cookbook. You guys can go onto Amazon.com, and I have a smoothie cookbook, Smoothies for a Fast-Paced Mom. So I have 4 cookbooks, but this is the one with tons of different recipes. If you're looking for those, we got all the nutritional values in there too. The company is Lean Whey with Prairie Naturals. Okay, so Prairie Naturals, Lean Whey. This is in Nature's Fair, and I believe they have the small sizes too, so you don't have to buy the big ones. So Prairie Naturals, BC Canadian company. So there you go. All right, so next to carbohydrates. Yes, I was just talking about carbs. So carbohydrates have gotten a bad rap, but we really need to give them some love. Carbohydrates give you energy, fiber, which is really important, right? Keep us regular, keep us pooping, that's a big thing. Uplifts your mood, improves digestion, and provides phytonutrients, right? Those beautiful polyphenols that we get from vegetables and superfoods. So fruit, for example, is a carb. A lot of people don't know this, but fruit is a carbohydrate. So bananas, apples, blueberries, those are all carbohydrates. You want to look at sprouts, cucumbers, cabbage, potatoes, yams, brown rice, Ezekiel bread. Try to aim for those lower digesting carbohydrates, the brown carbohydrate, the whole foods, the whole grain carbohydrates, because that's going to keep you fuller longer. So your insulin levels aren't spiking up and down, right? You're not jacking it up with those high fructose corn syrup, and then you drop down, and then you're exhausted, and you want to eat something else. So it's going to keep you more level. Having a carb with a protein stabilizes the blood sugar. It's really, really, it's a good thing. It's nothing to be scared of. Okay, so the next I'm going to talk a little bit, I have a couple bonus items in the nutrition component of things. Fermented foods. Gut health is so important. 80% of our gut, 80% of our immune system, is in our gut. Really important that we take care of that and we watch our gut health, right? So we want to make sure it's optimal. So looking at things like if you are gassy, bloated, constipated, it needs to be addressed. And a lot of women don't go to the bathroom on a regular basis. So looking at getting yourself even a fiber blend that you can, psyllium husk, anything that you can throw into your smoothie even before you go to bed at night, it's going to keep you regular, right? That's another really important factor. Okay, so other things you can add kimchi, sauerkraut, apple cider vinegar, probiotics. Yeah, you can definitely take probiotics. If you are experiencing Nature's Fair Markets, oh, it shouldn't make you bloated, that cocoa powder in the shake. I don't think so, if that was your question. Sorry. So another thing too is if you are experiencing gas and bloating, digestive enzymes are a really great thing too. So digestive enzymes will help with that. Prairie Naturals does have one of those too. And if you are somebody, on a little side note, if you are somebody who does not have a gallbladder, you want to look at taking an ox bile salt. So you want to make sure you're getting bile salts. So that's going to help your body break down fat more efficiently. Or if you are somebody doing keto, make sure you're getting some sort of bile salt. It helps your body effectively process all the fats you're going to be containing, or any fat that you have in your diet. So there is a product called Bile Force as well that has that in it. So it's not only what we eat, but it's also making sure we eliminate that as well. Then the next thing, one of my favorites, are superfoods. I talked a little bit about the phytonutrients, about the polyphenols of those rich superfoods. So we need to really create the whey protein powder makes you feel full. Okay, so if whey protein makes you feel bloated, it could be because maybe that has more lactose in it. So there's different, I'll go into this really quickly. So there's, in whey protein, there is lactose. And so when you actually take the lactose out, it becomes more of an isolated protein. So if you are more sensitive to dairy, I would suggest you get onto a vegetarian protein, a rice, a hemp. Yellow pea protein's another one too. There's a lot of really great ones. There's a hemp one from Prairie Naturals too as well. Where are we here? Sorry. So one of the reasons we want to have superfoods is it creates alkalinity in our day-to-day lives. And so most of us are not getting the proper amount of vegetables. And by the time we get the vegetables and the time we cook them and we put them in the microwave or whatever it is, it's really zapping a lot of the nutrients. So having a kind of backup plan of some really great superfoods is another thing I love. If anybody takes it, does anybody take greens here? This is a greens right here, superfoods. Love this one. It's 20 fermented superfoods. You got maca, turmeric, beet, and mushrooms in here. So you've got the lion's mane, you've got the turkey tail, you've got, where am I here looking at the mushroom blend? You got king trumpet. It's got so many great mushrooms in here, right? So, oh, you take greens. Yay for greens. I'm a huge greens fan. Been taking greens for years and years and years. But so this is the superfood. So one thing you can do, I have it in my smoothie as well. So if you kind of want to make a real kick butt smoothie, you could put a scoop of greens. You could put a little bit of psyllium husk, some sort of fiber, to really make sure that you're getting that movement going on. I'm going to show you how easy it is. I put ice cubes in here. That's all that's in here right now. I'm going to take one scoop. And this actually tastes good. Some greens are pretty greeny, I'll admit that. This one has a blueberry taste. One scoop of greens in there. It's going to help create more alkalinity in your body. In our bodies, we have acid and alkaline. We want to be more alkaline. So this is one of the ways you can do it. Just dump some of my water in here, halfway up, lid on, and shake it up. And you can drink it whenever you want. So sometimes I'll have this, sorry, that's loud. Sometimes I'll have this at like 2 in the afternoon. Let's say I'm kind of like, oh, you know, hitting that 3 o'clocker. It's a great thing to have. It's actually delicious. It's really, really good. Let me see if I can show you how well blended without dumping it. So it looks green. Really nice, deep, rich, and green, right? And that one's also really great too because it's all 100% organic. And of course, made by a local BC company. Can't go wrong there. Okay, so now we've looked at managing your thoughts, right? Managing your thoughts. We've looked at creating a support network, looking at eating foods that support your goals, making sure we have protein with every meal. I don't believe it interacts with meds, but if you're on medication, definitely make sure you go talk to your doctor first. That would be beyond my scope because I don't know what you're on. So I would suggest just take a quick, you can go online and look at it, Superfoods, Prairie Naturals, and take it in. It should be okay. Also too, I was going to say, if you have any questions, the staff at Nature's Fair are unbelievable. So please feel free to go in, grab one of the ladies or guys working on the floor, and they will have no problem helping and direct you as well. All right, so now movement. The one thing a lot of people are like, oh, exercise. Do we have to exercise? So I think changing the way that we have this relationship with movement, instead of I have to work out, I get to work out. I get to move this body of mine. Like, how lucky are we to be able to move our body? Yes, see, Tanya's saying, come see us. So there we go. How lucky are we to move our body on a day-to-day basis? You know, I get people, I used to do people in my talk, I used to get them to hold their finger up and move their pinky. And I'd be like, your brain tells your pinky to move before it moves. How magical is that? Like, how amazing is that? We are unbelievably amazing. Every cell in our body, right, is just working to try to make us who we are. So really being able to be thankful and be able to look at how we can move our body every day and say thank you. That's my way of saying thank you, by moving my body every day. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say, and people might be like, what? But if you don't like going to the gym, if you hate going to the gym, don't go. Find something else. There are so many activities we can be doing. You know, if you liked playing baseball as a kid, join a baseball team. I think we're going to be opening up a bit more, hopefully, fingers crossed. So that means we can have these team sports again. Go for a walk, move your body. It doesn't necessarily have to be confined of you being in a gym on a treadmill for a certain amount of time. We do want to do some weight-bearing exercises. That is, of course, always good, especially when we're aging. You know, when we look at people who age, we actually lose our muscle, and the risk of heart disease, dementia, and reduced immune function increases. And as the years tick by, it becomes harder for people to bounce back from workouts. And when we're working out, we're actually taking care of our body in that way. They've also found, like experts have found, that consistent aerobic exercise may not only slow down, the effects of aging, but ultimately can reverse the effects. I love this little fact I found too. Aerobic exercise can cause old cells to behave more and gain the characteristics of young cells. So that's not a reason to move your body every day. There you go. So we want to make sure we're moving our body. One thing I've suggested to people, if you can't seem to do that 30 minutes in one shot, do like 10 minutes at a time. So if you're in right now, tonight, after you're done watching this and you're going to sit in front of the couch, sit on the couch and watch TV, do something there. Do some crunches, do some sit-ups, up, down. If you're watching tonight, you can use the back of a chair. If you're doing Zoom calls with your team, you can do, you don't have the camera on, you can do push-ups off the chair. It's a matter of moving your body every day, moving your body to some capacity. Do push-ups off the wall, do something, right? Move your body, really important. So the recap right now so far, now we've seen how changing our thoughts can reduce our cortisol. It can help with weight gain and craving sweets. Then we looked at having a support network that's really important to help us win and wants us to win. Then we looked at nutrition and the important factors we need to apply to our bodies, looking at kind of our body as that high-grade, beautiful vehicle. We want to give it high-grade gasoline so we can create those results you want. And then moving our bodies, right? So now we're down to the 4 pillars. We've done 4 of the pillars of Air and Wellness. And now we're going to get into supplementation. So I want to first start by saying there is no magic pill. It's that all of these things are really important to put together to have sustainable health and wellness. It's not just one thing. It's not just thinking happy thoughts all the time and being positive that you're going to be healthy and lose weight. It's not just having great friends who support you. It's not just eating really good food. It's not just working out. It's taking all of these little tiny habits. And that's really what my brand and my messaging is about, is that if we take little ones every day and start working them into your life, and eventually over time, it becomes something that just becomes who you are. So you're not doing this anymore if you're looking at finding sustainable weight loss. So I'm going to talk a little bit about supplementation now. I have 2 products on the market that deal with metabolism support. We have 7 products with Air and Wellness. I have 3 more launching in 2 months, which I'm super excited about. But tonight I'm going to be talking about Lose It, Metabolism Support, and Water Be Gone. So I'll mention Water Be Gone first. And one of the reasons I started this product here, Water Be Gone, it's a water retentive anti-bloating product. One of the reasons I did this product was because when I did the fitness competitions back in the day, before you would get ready to go on stage and flex all your muscles, you would take diuretics. Now, the interesting thing about that is women tend to gain 5 to 8 pounds of water weight pre-cycle. Or I'm very sodium sensitive, so if I have popcorn or sushi or anything like that, I can retain a lot of water. And so I began to like, why isn't this available for women? Like why doesn't women know about this? So that was one of the reasons we really created Water Be Gone, right? It really helps with water retention. In this product, we have dandelion. It's well known to help with diuretics. We have juniper berry. Juniper berry is used for UTIs. It's a 4-to-1 extract. It's a clinical dose. It's the monograph dose of juniper berry in here. We have milk thistle in here as well to support the liver, to flush out any excess water that we have in the system. And what we have that's unique in here, we have black cohosh. So black cohosh helps with PMS. It also helps with menopausal symptoms. And what's also interesting is they're using black cohosh for men with prostate cancer research. So guys can take this too. And then we have magnesium to prevent cramping. So as I said, I take this product. I'll take it. I was flying to Toronto and I took some to help with water retention. I went out for my girlfriend's event the other night and I felt really kind of puffy and I took some. It just kind of like alleviated the face and kind of helped bring some of the water retention down because I can experiencing that. During what time of the month, depends. So I really have this one on my shelf. This is our water retention formula. Next one we have is Lose It. Lose It is a metabolism support product. So at the time when I launched this product, I really struggled with it based on and I'll be honest with you, based on my own personal issues that I've had with my eating disorder and also with dieting in general. But I was constantly asked by women, do you have anything for metabolism? My metabolism's not operating well. Do you have anything for metabolism? And I remember I was driving in my car and I'm like, how am I gonna tell people that there's so much more to this? Like, it's no magic pill. You have to apply all these other little things. And if you do, you take this, it's awesome. You can see great results. I'm like, how am I gonna relay this message? And I was at a light and I remember it was just like, I'll use QR codes. So on the front of every Erin Wellness product, you're gonna find a QR code. We're the first company to do this in Canada and the States to this capacity. When you open up your phone, it's very simple. I'm using my brother's phone because I realize mine is, oops, hold on, oops. Oh, I don't know how to get out of this thing. There we go. 1 second. Okay. There we go. You go to the phone app. You simply go to the QR code. If you haven't used a QR code, it scans, and you're going to be taken to a landing page on Erin Wellness. What we have given you is we give you a 30 to 60 second video explaining the product in entirety. Ingredients, everything. Every single product I have does this. What we've also done too, I don't know if you can see this. There's the video. We have 2 full meal plans. There's vegan and non. So I was talking about nutrition tonight and I was thinking, gosh, how am I gonna let all these people know what menu plans are? If you walk into the store at Nature's Fair and go over and scan it, you're gonna find the beautiful menu planners in here. And they are, I don't know if you can see, sorry, I know the lights. Let me see if I go down there. But they have, oh, let me see. Gosh, hold on, back here. I can't even see. Let's see, there, oh, there, maybe that, there you go. Okay, so all these recipes, we have tons of food recipes. Every single product has this. Then we also have in here, we have tons of information on estrogen. We talk about what's the solution, toxins, hydration, stress management. All of these things are in here for you. And the reason I did that was I thought, I want to be able to help the consumer on their journey because it's not just take this and it's all dandy. It's looking at all the 5 pillars that I've talked about tonight, including these in the product. So when you walk out of the store, you have that with you. So if you are in Nature's Fair, please feel free to go up to any of the Erin Wellness products and scan it. Check out the menu planner. I actually filmed, I did Dragon's Den and it was released in December. So if you could do Dragon's Den, Erin Wellness, you can watch my pitch. I had 3 offers and accepted 1. And how I got on it was with the QR codes because nobody's using this. So back to Lose It. So that in the long story is why I did this with the QR codes was because of Lose It, which has been amazing. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to give these to customers and also help retailers too, who are super busy. So in Lose It, we have 1.5 cups of coffee. That is it in Lose It. So in there we have indole-3 carbinol. Indole-3 carbinol helps with stage 2 liver detoxification of estrogen. What we know is when women tend to be estrogen dominant, hips, butts, thighs, we tend to have more weight gain. We have higher levels of fat in our body. So really looking at how we can support estrogenic levels within the body with indole-3 carbinol. Then we have red pepper extract in there. Red pepper extract helps thermogenically heat up your body and speed up your metabolism. Then we have caffeine, as I said, 1.5 cups of coffee. We have L-carnitine to help with muscle recovery. We also have in there green tea extract. We've removed the caffeine from this green tea extract and we're using it for the theanine. So theanine helps with cortisol levels. So I struggled as well with having a product that was heavily caffeinated that would end up causing more damage than good. So with that, we're making sure we're taking care of your adrenals. And then we also have olive leaf, which helps suppress appetite. And then we have B12, which helps convert your food into energy. So I take this product, I take one a day in the morning for a workout. I have amazing workouts on this product. So if you were looking even for a pre-workout, a great pre-workout, my brother takes this too, loves it for a pre-workout. So you can take it as a pre-workout. You can also take it 2 to 3 times a day for weight loss. And these two can be easily stacked together. So if you really want to kind of kickstart things, this is going to shed water, so let's be clear. But you will see that dial move quickly because you're going to shed some of the water and you're going to speed your metabolism up kind of at the same time. But as I said, we have to make sure we're applying all these other things, and that's why we're giving you these QR codes in here. I was going to say with Lose It as well, you also have a workout video and workout planner that's included in here. So that's really the thing on the QR codes, which I'm really excited about. Another thing with Erin Wellness is a portion of every single bottle sold since the date I started the brand is donated to the Downtown East Side Women's Shelter. We donate a percentage. I've done that since day one, and I'm looking forward to kind of keep that relationship going. And my motto is really to not only create great products that can help consumers, help retailers when, to sell great products as well, but also really help women in need and hopefully really shift the conversation where it's not just take a product and everything's better, but how do we really support you on your journey to sustainable health and wellness? So that's really kind of my talk tonight. So we touched all the bases. So we're going to start shifting that mindset and having a more positive story to go by, sorry. Maybe have that moment tomorrow morning when you're laying in bed before you pick up your phone. Lay there and say 5 things you're grateful in the future that's going to happen for you. Really start the day off right. When you're getting your makeup on or getting ready for the day or getting your kids off, maybe have a video on that's a motivational video that's inspiring you to step into living your best self. Starting your day in that instead of starting the day picking up your phone going, oh my gosh, more emails, work, right? Instagram, whatever it is, starting your day off in a better frame. When you start thinking these thoughts, shift the thoughts, remembering that. Get yourself some support network. There's all these different things. And of course, eating well, moving your body, drinking water. I'm gonna say this quickly. Drink your water, drink lots of water. A little tidbit, elastics on the water will keep track how much water you're supposed to have. There you go. So nonetheless, I wanna thank you all so much for joining me tonight. If you would like to reach out, if you have any questions, you can follow me on Erin Wellness. So we have Erin Wellness on Facebook, Erin Wellness on Instagram, and I'm also Erin Bella Ashley. So please feel free to follow if you have any questions about the products. Also to go out to your local Nature's Fair. They're amazing people, and I'm so blessed that they have supported me. And thank you all for joining me tonight. Does anybody have any questions? I can open the floor for questions. I know that Melissa's been hard answering the questions there. And if you do want to ask me questions off the side, please feel free to message me on Instagram. That would probably be the best way to go. Or you can message us on Facebook, and I will have no problem answering any question I possibly can. So awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Oh, what other supplements do I have? Yes. Goodness, so we have Reclaim, and Nature's Fair does carry all Erin Wellness products. We have Reclaim, which is day-to-day hormonal support, perimenopause. It's my favorite product. I have Versett, it's post-hormonal birth control detox, so somebody coming off birth control, or also somebody who's looking for more cycle regularity, just their cycles are off. Then we have Restore, which is stress support products, so it's got the ashwagandha in there, and you got Chinese hawthorn in there. Then I have Snooze, which is more of a, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to have a product to get you back to sleep, that's where you take Snooze. Then we have Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty will knock you out. It's a tea. It's amazing. And it also has collagen supportive ingredients in there too, with immune support, eye, skin, hair, nail support, and it makes it into a warm tea, and that's Sleeping Beauty. All of these products, every single one, when you see them at Erin Wellness, all have QR codes to scan. So those are the ones we have on the product right now. We have 7 of them as well. Oh, and I was going to say, if you'd like to, please subscribe to our newsletter at Erin Wellness. So we have that. We're doing the 5 pillars every month. We send a newsletter out too. So, and everybody at Nature's Fair knows about Erin Wellness products. You can swing in and ask them too. So thank you so much, everybody. Hope you have all a fantastic evening tonight. And thank you so much for taking your time to visit with me and listen to what I have to say. I hope you got something from it. Thank you. Bye.